They tell me I'm insane, 'cause you don't feel the same, but I'll just stay another day.
I pray we survive. Finally made me realize I want you again. I need you again, again, again. So you save one more life, and it's been nothing but a surprise. You're here again. Stay here again. We never said goodbye. We never thought it'd be over for us tonight. Finally found you. We never said goodbye. We never said goodbye. We never said goodbye. We never thought it'd be We never said goodbye.
Step on the ice. They freaking bandit #1 league. You know they're in it. Championships. You know they win it. What they gonna do? They just gotta send it. Calling on the celly cause the jelly of the bar. Escape to the blue line comes with the cost of getting laid out and robbed of your time. Can't stop a team that's living in the prime. Put them all to bed like you slipped them a roofie. Oh, step up, break limbs like gay tree. No, they mad, they feel itty bitty. Whoa, they sweaty like a dancing titties. Zoom around the ice, they move it with speed. Looking like a team that can't be beat. But they never could have done it if they never got the mesh. So I guess you could say they need a synergy. Are they the best? You best believe. Went through the decks, swept them in, no stop on their way to the top of the league. On the ice, they breaking bandit, #1 league. You know they're in it. Championship, you know they win it. What they gonna do? They just gonna send it.
Rink Rivals, just gonna send it. Yeah, championship ring. They gonna defend it. Diamonds, cup checks, hit checks, bottle nets, red nets, build decks, Rufio, cash checks. Yeah, yeah. They're thinking the body like he got style. Yeah. Spelling bee champ, heat and pasta. Sounding like a monster. Ooh, like jelly and soup. And rhymes and fruit. What's he gonna do? Ooh. Rolling in the highlights, gonna go red light, dominate the league. Oh, night, yeah, out. Good night. Just gonna send it, yeah. I'm just gonna end it, yeah. School standard. Swiss roll, yeah. Swiss roll, yeah. Swiss roll, yeah. Swiss roll, yeah. Swiss roll, yeah.
Up, Rink Rivals, and welcome to our draft order event. I am Scribbles McNasty, and I will be guiding you through the evening, but I am not alone. As you can see, I have several people with me, starting with my McNasty's co-host and Season 2 Gold Standard Manager, right down there, my man, Swizz World. Swizz, how you doing, bud?
Good, man. Good to be here. Good event. Excited, pumped. Let's go.
Yeah, look at that shiny logo. Look at that shiny logo behind you there. But it is not just the two of us. Also, we have down... Nope. There we go. I'll figure out how cameras work. Down there, we have the man who makes it all tick. That is Rye Guy. Rye, how you doing, bud? Yes, hideous jersey and all. We move we move on to one half of Rinkside. I'm gonna let you decide whether it's the good or the bad half. I think it's the left side is how we would call that. But my buddy over here, Adel, Fat Al, how you doing, man?
Doing great, dude. I'm literally at my cottage right now, but still coming on. And dude, it's gonna be a wild night. Having a couple of drinky poos, as some people would call it. And what a better night to have it, right?
Yes, I know. I am certainly excited and looking forward to what we have to do here. And so just so everyone knows that what it is exactly that we are doing here, we are doing a couple things. One, everyone's been real excited about it, but things have blown up and we got a lot more signups than we did last season. And so we are expanding from 8 to 10 teams, so we will be announcing the next 2 managers here in just a second. And then after that, there have been some rule stuff, and we want to sort of go over, so everyone's on the same page. And then we have to do the draft lottery. So, we'll also talk about playoff formats and things like that. But I think let's just let's skip all the nonsense. Let's get right into the good stuff here. And that is the manager announcements for teams 9 and 10, which we do know the names of as well. So everyone get ready. Here we go. The manager for Team 9 returning to do medium-sized men yet again is huge. Huge.
Whoa.
One of the best goalies in the league. Had the number 2 team in medium-sized men. They did fantastic last season. Fatal, why don't you tell me a little something?
Huge coming
You know this
back.
guy.
That is huge for one. Runner-up in season 1, had a fantastic season. One of the better goalies in the league, and obviously, clearly, one of the better managers as well for leading his team to the finals. Great dude, and glad to see that he's back, and I'm sure he's going to be gunning to be back at the top and redeem himself from the season 1 defeat in the finals against Just Gonna Send It. So he's coming back with a purpose.
Yes, but he will not be able to get his star center this time, as Snow Owen will be running main event. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out for him this go round. But this time we do have one additional manager as well. So coming in for Team 10 to the team, I believe they're called Plan B, is one of the most improved players in the league. We have Rob. Plan B top team. Oh man, I feel like that might get us in trouble at some point. But Rob, he was one of the players that I think improved drastically throughout the season. He was on the cup winning team, and he's there's a mixed bag on how much we like that name in their chat, I see. Yeah, he's just a guy who really improved. So Swizz, you played against Rob a couple times. What do you have to say about this?
Interesting. Rob, let's see what you can do management wise. Big improvement on the ice. Do you have what it takes to run a team? That's the real question. If he can draft well, then I think he'll do fine. If he struggles in the draft and maybe goes after friends or people he knows, we'll see. Excited for that. That's a wild card of a management pick. My thought.
Yes, he should. He will certainly be looking to get a top end D man to partner with him, and so I expect to. I think he'll do all right. He knows a lot of people. He's done some homework, so he's a good dude, good guy. But for everyone in the chat, I do want to let you know that there is a prediction going as to who's going to get the first overall pick. So make sure that you put in a prediction, and we will see who can do it. I'm going to go pick one myself. I'll drop 500 on it. There we go. Alrighty. But so, yes, managers, and here are all of them. Let's take a quick look at all 10 teams with their shiny, nice logos. Some of them shinier than others, as we see Gold Standard. Swizz, that is you. You have that fantastic new logo. Main Event from Mr. Snow Owen, Just Gonna Send It by Jelly. The Bully Sticks from Gannabis, also a fantastic logo, by the way. Plan B, top team is Rob. Mighty Dex from Too Accurate. Money Shot, Texas TK. Lucky Sevens, Jalbert has rebranded from the Huskies, trying to move on from the craziness that was the Huskies. The Golden Company Elephants from the Ploop, with also a very shiny logo. And Medium Sized Men from Huge, yet again. Just looking at this list, Fatal, what do you think of these guys?
I see a lot of top talented players there as well, and you see some that are in there like you guys were just talking about Rob. I think Rob is definitely a wild card in this situation because him coming into the server since day one thought gifts costed money. And he doesn't understand so much about the discords and stuff like that. So I don't know how it'll fare out for him, but he was one of the most improved players last season. And you want to know something? He can say one thing about a couple of these managers here. He has a cup. At the end of the day, he has a cup. So let's just see what he can do as a manager. The main thing is keeping your composure, and good or bad, if you're on the downside of things during the season, stick to your guns and keep moving forward. That's going to be the biggest thing moving forward for, any of these new managers here.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Raga, any of these managers stick out to you? Oh no, Rye, they can't hear you. Oh no. All right. Well, Rye was saying that he doesn't want to pick favorites, but if he had to pick a favorite, he really thinks Ganabis is the best, and that everyone else won't be able to step up to the level that he plays at. It was, or so, I might be paraphrasing slightly.
Slightly, yeah.
It was close to that. I don't know. I wasn't
There
listening.
we go. Now they can hear me. My bad, guys. There he goes. He essentially said it for me. No, I think I'm happy that we have the returning captains that we have because those the 5 that we brought back are all great captains. They all did very well last season. So I'm happy with those guys. And then the new 5 guys that we have also, I think they're going to round it out well, and we're going to have a competitive group of captains. And I know people might not think the most positive about Rob being captain, but I am very excited to see how that goes, and I think he's going to do great, minus the team name, because that is atrocious.
All right, Fatal, I see you. You got something on your mind?
Yeah, I do. For anybody that is watching right now and, is first time viewer or whatnot, looking at all these managers, the one that really stands out to me, I'm not saying this because he's a part of the media, but I'm saying this because I know I've been in places where he's built teams and such, and that is Gold Standard Swizz World. Anywhere he goes, he puts a very competitive team on the ice. So that's going to be one team you're going to want to watch out for. And if you're going to be watching out for them, and if you're watching this right now, you want to get in on those scoutings. Because every time you step on the ice with Swizz World, you're getting a lot of spin moves, and he's going to be burying people into the boards. And but he always puts a very competitive team. So that's that for me. I think that's my standout manager right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what Jailbird does for season 2. I'm really excited to see what he does. I think he's learned a lot, and I think that's one of the teams I'm most worried about this season.
Yeah, I think he's going to get the revenge for sure this year. He's learned a lot, like you said.
I do too, and he's in a fortunate position that he is an outstanding right D man and a fantastic center. So he's very versatile right off the bat and can just sort of go for the best possible players. So, but the chat is speaking up, and they are correct in that really we can talk about how good Gold Standard's been in other places, how good Jalbert is in various positions, but you can't knock Jelly, who just put together the best team that this league has ever seen. Easy to say. So, obviously Just Gonna Send It is going to be the target that everyone is shooting for. So, but yes, these are your 10 guys. These are the 10 teams, and those logos look fantastic. They all did. Everyone is almost as good as Money Shots. So, good shot. Texas, still the best.
Horrible.
But
shout out Mrs. Texas.
Can we point out that Plan B is leading the poll for who's going to get first overall pick? I think that they might think that this is rigged or something based on those numbers.
Do that?
5,000 for Rob,
4,000 for Just Gonna Send It, and then the rest.
I promise this is totally random. So, and you will see it in a second.
What's that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it is it because people are planning on purchasing Plan B? Is that what they're really voting for, or what? What are we doing here?
They're trying to just trying to help Rob out. He's the only team with a sponsor. Yeah, all right. Well, let's take a quick look at the upcoming schedule for the launch of the season, as we will knock out a couple dates real quick. So currently the signups are going on, but as you can see, there's a timer going off right there. You have just over 2 hours to get on the draft pool so that you can attend the scouting combine that begins on the 2nd and runs through the 8th. And we're going to talk about rules for that in a second. But essentially, every rookie, every person who did not play last season has to play in 2 games of the Scouting Combine. And we'll go back over that in just a minute. So on June 4th, that is when all changes to the draft pool the draft pool is locked in. So you can still, up to June 4th, you can still change your position or your full-time, part-time status or anything like that. So, just make sure if you do want to change anything, you want to add a position or whatever, you get it in by Tuesday the 4th, because 2 days after that, most of the guys that are here right now, I think Swizz is not going to jump in on this, but the mock draft media event will happen. I'm betting that Swizz does not want to sit there and tell us all who he's going to pick up in the first round, and so on and so forth. Swizz, did you want to do the mock draft?
Absolutely not. Because it won't be serious. So I'd rather take the back seat on this one and let you guys have your fun.
That's fair. Yes, mock draft on the 6th. 3 days later, it is draft night. And then, as we like to do here at Rink Rivals, you get drafted on a Sunday. You start the season 2 days later on Tuesday. So you got to make sure you get with your captains and you get as much practice as you can in those 2 nights. So, make sure you do that. And it runs till the 31st, and then we get into playoffs. I will point out, of course, all these dates are tentative and subject to change. So, if things come up, then, don't yell at us because we do our best. But moving on from the launch schedule, let's take a quick look. One of the things that we are big fans of here, and one of the things we built this league on, was transparency and community involvement. And the community came to us. A lot of people, you guys voiced some things to us, and your voice matters here. So we heard some ideas on rule changes, some things that needed to be tweaked, and we have changed some rules. So we want to make sure that everyone is aware of all this. I'm going to do my best not to just read this verbatim because nobody wants that. The main things are full-time. You have to play 4 out of the 6 games to be full-time. You have to be available for them. You don't have to technically play them, but you got to put in your availability, and availability will be done a little differently this time. Tuesday, noon, on game day, you have to have posted your availability. You got to do it. We got to know that you're going to play. If you don't do that, and you just ignore that altogether, you will get a strike. Hey guys, jump in, by the way, if I'm not being clear on any of this. You will get a strike. 3 strikes is a ban, and for that season and the next one. And of course, all this stuff will be looked at before we need to do this. So the main thing is there is an availability bot, and your captain or your managers will tell you all about that. So just be ready. You do have to post your availability. Scouting Combine. All rookies, of which there are more than there are vets currently, because we had quite the rookie explosion for season 2, and we're so happy about it. But you guys all got to play 2 games in the Combine. That's it. Just get 2 games in so that we can make sure that every manager has what they need to see for anyone who's coming in. No sneaking in under the radar here. And last on this page, there was some discussion about waivers and how those work. From now on, waiver requests will be submitted between 8 and 8:50, and any waiver requested after that, the team requesting it will take a 2-minute penalty to begin the game unless there is an EA issue. Waivers are first come, first serve, and first that responds. There's no more of the limiting waiver usage per team. You can have the same waiver over and over and over. That was a thing we're getting away from this time. That's one of the big changes. If a waiver is requested, they have to play. That's the same. And we will allow them in the playoffs because nobody wants forfeits, but you do have to try to use your bench. And a penalty will be given to any team using a waiver in the playoffs.
No matter what time.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, no matter what time. If you're using a waiver in the playoff, you're starting on the PK. And waivers are no longer you need a left wing or a right wing or a right D or whatever. You need a forward, a defender, or a goalie. We're just simplifying it a little bit. So, if I skipped Combine? Okay. I don't think I did. But I'll hit it one more time. Rookies got to play 2 games. Yeah, babies. That's the main thing.
So like
They've
you
got to play
said,
2 games.
they have to play 2 games, and you can check your rookie or veteran status on the draft sheet by going to rinkrivals.com/pool. The last column has whether you're a rookie or you're a veteran. We decided on, I think it was 6 games, 5 or 6 games minimum required to become a veteran. I don't. Do you remember what it was,
Right.
Scoops? I think it was.
I think it was 5, but again, I would have to just go look.
Yeah. But yeah,
It was not a lot.
No, just if you want to know if you have to play for sure in these scouting combine games, check the draft pool, see your status, and if you are a rookie, then you are required to play a minimum of 2 games between this Sunday and I think it was the Friday that we're doing
The
this
other,
game.
yeah, I was gonna say you'll have a whole week
Yeah,
to do
exactly.
it. So
Yep.
we will certainly do it. Yeah, right. They want you to they want to hear your voice, man.
I'm
You're quiet.
trying. Sorry, guys. Hopefully
You
that's
sound
better.
great to me. I just want to point it out.
I think it's
But
Rufio.
so Fatal Swizz, it probably is. Fatal Swizz, do either of you guys have any questions about this before we move to the next page of rule changes?
No, I think we're good. The combine is important just to get seen by all the managers. It's so everybody gets a fair look at the player. It is what it is. It's just play your 2 games and just get in the league, man. That's all there is to say.
Go ahead, Fatal.
I just want to give a shout out to the community because, like you were saying before you started going on about the season 2 rule changes, the community matters here for us here, and especially for all the ELTs, because you, the people, are playing in this league, and we want you all to be, eager to play here and continue. So you guys coming over, voicing what you would like to see change and it being put in place, that's all on you guys over there in our community. So top notch, and hats off to you guys.
Yes, we did all these changes because we heard your voices. But let's take a look at the other rule. There is one more change here, or one more page of changes. Most of this has to do with goalie disconnects. I would honestly just recommend going to read it. I don't want to sit here and read this, but essentially if a goalie drops out, there are, depending on when, there's restarts with 2 minutes, penalty shots, penalties 3 times as a forfeit, so on and so forth. I'm not going to just knock all these numbers out. Please just go check out the rules if you want to know more about goalie disconnects. Transactions, you can add and drop people during the add drop period. The deadline is 1 week after the trade deadline, and all transactions have to be posted within that window of 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. That's essentially almost identical to what we did last time. Right, guy? Yep. And then the only other thing is that we have formed the SLT, which is the senior leadership team, and our first person in it is Fatal. I can promise you there will be more, but we were more than happy to bring you on, Fatal, because you've done a ton for us already, and we believe you need some recognition anyway. So until you take my job, you are on the SLT. No,
You don't
I see
want
you
your
shaking
job,
head.
Scribs, at all. You got enough on your plate as is. I'm just glad to be a part in some capacity here, because I believe in this league and I believe in the guys that are running it, and we are doing a fantastic job. If I would say the other one, crew will be down my throat. So we, as a team here, are doing a fantastic job. So let's just keep it going, because it's only up from here.
Well, we've seen you, and we appreciate all that you do. So, alrighty, let's take a look at the playoff format. So, with 10 teams, it gets tricky on how you're going to do the playoffs. I know I talked about this, Swizz, you and I talked about this, but this is what we have been mulling over for weeks now, and this is what we have come up with. There will be 4 teams in the playoffs, and that 4th spot will be determined by a 3-game play-in from seed 4 and 5, and then it just goes as normal from there. So really, the only difference is that 4 or 5 will play against each other in a 3-game, just regular one-night series to see who actually gets that 4th spot. This is a thing we wanted to do because we want to include as many teams as we can without going too far. I know some people are not huge fans of this idea. Excuse me. My beverage. Some people are not as big a fan of this as other options, but otherwise 6 teams was too many and 4 teams is not enough. So we wanted 5 teams to be involved, and 4 and 5 will do that play in to see who gets that 4th spot. Yeah, well, Rufio, it's not really a bye because that game will be played during the reschedule week. So teams 1, 2, and 3 wouldn't be playing anyways. So I guess technically, if you want to call that a bye, but it's not going to be an additional week or extra time or anything like that. Yes, Texas, that is correct. Regardless of the point differential between 4 and 5, it will matter more to be the 3rd spot than the 4th. Like that is the real fight. You want to get into that 3rd spot. You want to get into that 5th spot. So regardless of the point differential between 4 and 5, this is how it goes. But
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Any questions?
4 will get home advantage, Jalbert.
Okay. Good deal. In case Right Guy's muted again, 4 gets home advantage.
And no, Saney, the playoff server selection is going to stay the same as it was last season. We are not changing anything regarding that this year or this season.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, that part will stay the same.
Yep.
But yes, essentially, Texas, you are correct. 4 and 5 are wild cards that will do a play in. So there we go. But I think it's just about time to do what we really are all here for. Let's take a quick look at the rules for the draft so that we can get right in on the draft lottery. We have 10 managers. There's 8 rounds in the draft. Roster sizes are a minimum of 7, maximum of 9. So that's all the same. Rounds 1 through 6 are tradable picks. I don't expect to see near the amount of trades that we saw last season. And they have to be in equal increments, a 1-for-1, a 2-for-2. You can't have extra picks or fewer. And 7 and 8 are optional, and I expect them to be fully used by everyone as they were last season, at least at the draft. I think we had 1 team finished without 9 players on the roster.
Yep.
So I fully expect to see all 10 teams use all 8 rounds. And some guys went in round 8 last season and turned out to be very good. So it would not surprise me to see the same thing go down with all the rookies we have. You could be getting anything in any round. It could be. So the rules are essentially the same. The only difference is that there's 2 extra picks per round because we have 10 managers now instead of 8. Everyone cool with that?
Coolio.
Swizz, you paying attention?
I'm paying attention. I'm here.
That's right. I know this matters. So, but as fun as it is to talk about rules and playoff formats, I imagine people would like to do something else. Any ideas what people would want there? Fatal, why don't you tell them what they want?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
I think they want the draft. They want the draft. I want the draft. Let's
That's
go.
right.
Let's go.
Let's see who's picking where. Now, this is our fancy little Rink Rivals ball randomizer that none other than the bot master himself has put together. That's Rye Guy way over there.
Yep. So I will be clicking the button. It will be randomly drawing the names. As script says, this is all live. Hasn't been predetermined. And we'll go 10 to 1. Just like that.
Fatal.
Scripts calls it, I pull it.
Fatal, what do you
Yes.
want? I see you.
Before we even go, Scribs, who do you think is going to get the first overall pick?
I picked. I already forgot who I picked, but I think I went with Gam Baby's team, which is
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank. Not main event. That's Snow Owen. The other one, puppy
Holy
dogs,
sticks.
holy dogs, fully sticks.
Bully
There you
sticks.
go. Not puppy dogs. Sorry.
Swizz, Billy Sticks. Okay, what about you, Swizz? Who do you think Not
I'm
including your team.
I'm taking a guess that's gonna be Jalbert. I don't know why.
Right?
I just have a feeling
Right,
he's
guy.
gonna get the first pick.
What do you think?
Oh man, I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one. Who the hell knows? I'm gonna say Jelly. We're gonna
Oh,
cause some
no.
controversy.
Chaos. Yeah, look at the chaos merchant over there. All right, Fatal, who do you have?
Oh, it's huge. Medium-sized men.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we all picked someone different.
Yep.
And I do want to stress real quick so that no one can say anything. This is truly random. And even though Swizz is here on this panel, he is not determining who picks where.
It's all me. It's me. I'm clicking the
it's
button.
literally Rye
Yeah.
Guy is doing it all. All right. So here we go. Let's start. The 10th pick for season 2 will be, pull the lever.
Here we go. First or 10th.
Chosen for the 10th pick, we have, Jalbert. They're with lucky 7.
Backwards.
You gotta, but he gets the double picks, the 10 and 11. So that is always nice to have.
Alrighty.
All right, coming in at 9th. Who is it gonna be? The balls are rattling. Here we go. One is chosen. The red ball. It's like Minority Report. What's the red ball say? Cannabis. Gam babies. There we go. Bully sticks. They are picking at 9th. So, all right. So two of us are automatically wrong.
Yep.
Okay. You guys still have a chance. All right. 8th place. Who's it gonna be? The balls are rattling again.
Rob wants it.
Be the bee. Nice. He's got a slogan. A blue ball this time.
Oh, what the heck? Like
Jelly.
all 3 of our picks.
We are all we need is huge to come up next, and we are the worst.
Yeah, I think we're all losers at this point.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
So
Yeah,
is that confirmed? Does that confirm Primetime's not signing up?
that's right. Yeah, that was at the confirmation. He's definitely not now. That Jelly's in the A spot. All right, the commentator curse. Sorry, Cannabis. That's my bad, man. I should have said you were going to get last, then you'd be first. All right, 7th place. Who's picking 7th?
Here we
If
go.
it's huge, I'm just gonna roll my eyes. It's a red ball. I don't know what that means.
Texas.
Texas.
All right. Last season, he had the 3rd overall pick, I think, and went for a top-notch forward. So it'll be interesting to see what he can grab at that 7th spot this go around. But coming in at 6th, Swizz, you're gonna end up on this board at some point.
Guess so.
I don't know how much you paid, right, guy? Let's find out. Definitely kidding. We have the Ploop at 6th.
Don't be saying that kind of thing.
I should probably not even joke about that. The Golden Company Elephants getting that middle of the road pick. It's an interesting one. It feels like those picks are real far away when you're in the middle like that. But yes, Ploop. It'll be interesting to see where he plays because I know his his sign up is for center and he was obviously a D-man. So let's take a look. 5th place. Here we go.
Come on.
This is where you actually kind of want to go, right?
This is where I'd like to. This is where I'd like to be.
Be the
I
B.
said I wanted to be here.
Plan B top team. 5th spot. That's a good spot.
Good spot for Rob.
Yeah, you can get. You have not only good draft potential, but you have good trade potential with that 5th spot. So, Rob, for the love of God, do not trade your 1st round pick to anybody.
No.
Don't do it. Keep it
Please.
forever.
Please.
Keep
Put it in
it
your pocket.
forever.
In his head, buddy. He
Hold
would be
on to
open
it.
to that
Unless you're
talk.
acquiring 2 first-round picks, don't trade.
Yeah, precisely. He's already talking to Jelly.
Oh my
No,
God.
No.
bad Rob.
No.
Bad.
No.
All right, let's see who's got 4th coming in. Only 4 teams left. Here it is. too accurate. The Mighty Ducks. They will be getting Chandler in the 4th spot. All right.
What an overpayment.
Bird. Honestly, that's actually not a bad spot for Chandler. A fourth overall, that'd be a good one. Yeah, Prodigy, it is happening. So we have Swizz, Snow, Owen, and Huge left on the board here. Let's take a look. So yeah, Swizz, you got that look on your face, man.
I'm nervous. I don't want it.
All right, well, let's see it. Let's see who gets third. All right, it's a bright red ball. It's not going to be you.
Oh.
It is going to be you. I take it back. I have no idea what colors mean.
No.
Yep.
They mean nothing.
So,
I'll take
third.
that. That's a good spot. I'm happy with that.
Third. That. Yep.
That
Good.
means 2 left.
Yeah. Rufio's calling out your boys.
2 former teammates. Who's gonna get pick number 1?
We got Owen or Huge. Who is it, guys? Who's it going to be? Anyone want to guess? You've already said Huge, so you might be right, Fatal. I think it's Snow Owen.
100% Huge.
Snow Owen.
It's Owen.
You guys ready?
We're ready. Let's see it. Number 2.
Here we go.
Number 2, and by default, number 1. But number 2 is another ball whose color means nothing. Here it comes. Mr. Snow Owen, which means main event gets that 2nd overall pick, and that leaves us Fatal with the call from the top.
He knew.
Huge. The medium-sized men, their path to redemption begins.
Again.
1st overall pick.
Right, they had the 2nd pick last season, right?
Yeah,
So
and
2nd to
he sure
1st.
did. Yep,
Yeah.
and he took his boy Saney, went, I believe, 2nd overall, and did very well for him. So I wonder if we'll see more of that with Huge having the 1st overall pick there. All right. Good deal. Let's just do a quick lineup here as we have it all laid out with the logos. Man, the logos look good. I dig them all, to be honest. But there we have medium-sized men with main event and gold standard are your 1, 2, and 3s. I will be doing my absolute best to talk to all of those guys. One of them will be easier than the others, that's for sure. But we have all the way down. Jalbert is rounding it out with that 10th spot, those back-to-back picks. I know a lot of people really like those. And like I said, that's a good spot for a player of his caliber who doesn't necessarily need the 1st overall pick. But I'm sure he would have liked to have that nonetheless. So there you guys have it, though. We're going to have 8 rounds, 9 players going to each team. They can be traded, these picks, 1 through 6, but I don't know if we'll see a lot of it this time around after what happened last season. So, Fatal, what do you make of it?
Dude, what a lineup we got here. And my boy Huge, I called it. Huge, gonna get picked first. The redemption plan is on, and it starts right here, and it starts on draft night. Swizz, you lucked out. You were before we went on air. You were like, "Do not give me that 1st pick." Hey, you wind up with a 3rd. That's a pretty good seating there. So, man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Best of luck to all you guys.
Yeah, so Jalbert's already worried about getting screwed 2 seasons in a row. Well, hey, man, trade up. There you go. Those back-to-back picks are pretty useful, though. But, oh, yes, easy. Cruel Bloom, we will talk extensively for the next 2 weeks about who is going first. So, yeah, there it is, guys. We have picks 1 through 10. They are locked in. Medium-sized men will begin their mission yet again with the 1st round pick this time. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Rag, how did that feel?
It's good.
Not rigged at all, right?
No. Man, no.
Definitely random.
Yes, 100%. It was good.
100%.
All went smooth, as you guys saw. I'm looking forward to Thursday when we do the mock draft and show everybody who we think is going to go where, and show the rookies who haven't seen the draft bot in action what it looks like and what they can expect, because that's pretty cool. But yeah.
Yes.
Good. Everything was good here. I think captains should hopefully be happy where they got their picks except Jalbert. I know he's pissed, but aside from that, I think should be good.
Yep. There's strategy to every spot. So just because you're in one place or the other, there's no wrong way to draft. So
Exactly.
as long as you have a first round pick, then you'll do fine.
Yes. Raw pick notes. Don't trade your pick, please.
But to everyone, I assume everyone in the chat is already done this. But in case some of you have not, you can see our timer right there in the middle of the screen. The draft pool closes in an hour and 42 minutes on the dot. So make sure that you get in there and you get on it so that you can possibly be picked up by one of these first 10 picks. So I know it'll be interesting. We'll have so many rookies that I guarantee the first round will be most likely dominated by new players. So it'll be exciting to see how that goes down. But with that is the bulk of it, guys. Did you have? Let's just go around. Anybody have any final words before we close this one out?
Excited for the season. Excited to see some guys I haven't been able to check out at the combine. Go show out there, make a name for yourselves. This is what really put on a lot of players last season. Scouting combine opened up a lot of doors, and now there's guys that are prime names in the league, and you could be that way as well. Don't give up if you're not drafted. You'll get looks and opportunities all over the place.
Agreed.
Alrighty. So I think if that is good for you guys, I think we will just wrap it up with that. I want to thank everyone who came out, and we'll make sure we get all your points out as we now have a winner for the poll.
Do that right now.
Right, I see him leaning over. He'll get that done. Make sure that all the points are divvied out. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who showed up for the event. Everyone in the chat, make sure that you get out there, get scouted. The combine is coming up. And with that, I just want to say good night to all of you. And don't forget, keep the rivalry alive.
Absolutely. Have a good night, guys.
Good job, boys.
Let's go.
I assume we're